Have you ever wondered why, despite taking your medications on time and following a seemingly healthy diet, your health issues just don't seem to improve? Or why common problems like high blood pressure, aching joints, poor sleep, and forgetfulness keep creeping back? The truth is, many of these health challenges aren't just a result of aging. They're silent consequences of what you're putting on your plate every single day. In today's modern world, food isn't just food anymore. It has become a complex mix of chemicals, preservatives, artificial flavors, and additives that do more harm than good, especially for seniors. While these ingredients might make foods look more appealing and last longer on shelves, they're also accelerating aging, weakening your heart, damaging your memory, and silently attacking your immune system. This video is a wake-up call. We're about to uncover the 10 most dangerous foods and ingredients that are quietly ruining the health of millions of seniors. Some of these foods may already be in your kitchen right now. By the end of this video, you'll not only know what they are, but also how to replace them with healthier, life-enhancing alternatives. So, if you care about keeping your heart strong, your mind sharp, your bones resilient, and living a longer, healthier life, stay with me. What you're about to discover might just add years of quality life to your future. Right below is the full script for Section 1: Artificial Food Coloring, the silent memory killer and cancer trigger. Written in long form with approximately 500 words for the main content, and 250 words for the conclusion of this section. Right below is the full script for Section 1: Artificial Food Coloring, the silent memory killer and cancer trigger. Written in long form with approximately 500 words for the main content, and 250 words for the conclusion of this section. Section 1: Artificial Food Coloring, the silent memory killer and cancer trigger. If you've ever picked up a box of colorful cereal, fruit-flavored candy, or even certain yogurts, chances are you've consumed artificial food coloring. These synthetic dyes like Red 3, Red 40, Yellow 5, and Blue 1 are used widely to enhance the appearance of processed foods. But behind their vibrant colors hides a disturbing truth. These additives pose a serious risk, particularly to seniors. Artificial food dyes are not just unnecessary, they're harmful. Research has repeatedly linked them to a range of neurological and physiological issues. For younger populations, they've been associated with hyperactivity and attention disorders. But for older adults, the stakes are even higher. These dyes can interfere with brain chemistry, contributing to memory problems, cognitive decline, and even increasing the risk of developing neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's. Take Red 3, for example. It's been banned from cosmetics since 1990 due to its link to thyroid cancer in lab animals. Yet, shockingly, it's still allowed in foods. This contradiction highlights the regulatory gaps that fail to protect consumers, especially vulnerable ones like the elderly. What's more concerning is how these dyes accumulate over time. Seniors who've spent decades consuming artificially colored foods may have already experienced some level of long-term damage. When the aging brain is already at risk of decline, adding neurotoxins like synthetic dyes only accelerates the process. And it's not just the brain. Artificial colors have been linked to allergic reactions, immune disruption, and increased inflammation in the body, all of which make existing health conditions like arthritis, high blood pressure, and diabetes harder to manage. What makes this even more frustrating is that these dyes serve no nutritional purpose. They don't enhance flavor or preserve freshness, they simply make food look more appealing. In fact, many countries, including those in the EU, have banned several of these dyes entirely. Some manufacturers even use natural colorings like beetroot powder or turmeric in products sold overseas, but continue to use artificial dyes in products for the EU market. Why? Because regulations allow it. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at detoxifying harmful substances. Our kidneys and liver slow down. our immune system becomes more fragile. The last thing we need is to burden our system with chemical colorants that offer zero benefit and measurable harm. So, what's the takeaway here? Artificial food coloring may seem like a harmless ingredient, just a drop of red here, a dash of yellow there, but the reality is far more dangerous. For seniors, these dyes act as slow poisons. They cloud the mind, aggravate the immune system, and place additional stress on already vulnerable organs. What's most alarming is how easily they creep into our diets. Breakfast cereals, flavored yogurts, jellies, ice creams, sports drinks, even vitamin gummies, all often laced with synthetic colors. And because they've become so normalized, many people don't even think twice before consuming them. But now you know better. Awareness is power. By simply checking food labels and avoiding products that list artificial colors, especially red. 3 red, 40 yellow, 5 and blue 1. You're taking a meaningful step toward protecting your memory, your health, and your longevity. Look for alternatives made with real ingredients and natural colors. Choose foods that get their appeal from what's inside, not from chemical cosmetics. Because when it comes to your golden years, clarity of mind and strength of body should never be compromised for the sake of visual appeal. Section 2. Refined sugar and high fructose corn syrup, fueling diabetes and inflammation. For many seniors, enjoying a sweet treat feels like one of life's simple pleasures. But what if I told you that innocent-looking cookie or that sweet cup of tea might be silently eroding your health? Refined sugar and high fructose corn syrup, HFCS, are two of the most dangerous culprits lurking in everyday foods, and their impact on the aging body is far more devastating than most people realize. Let's start with refined sugar. When consumed in excess, which is easier than you think, it triggers a cascade of harmful effects throughout the body. Sugar causes sharp spikes in blood glucose levels, forcing the pancreas to produce large amounts of insulin. Over time, this constant demand leads to insulin resistance, a condition that's at the core of type 2 diabetes. And here's the scary part. More than 25% of people over the age of 65 already have diabetes, often without knowing it. High fructose corn syrup is even worse. It's not just another form of sugar. It's a highly concentrated sweetener used in sodas, packaged snacks, salad dressings, and even so-called healthy granola bars. Unlike glucose, which your body can use for energy, fructose is processed almost entirely by the liver. This overload leads directly to fatty liver disease, high triglycerides, and increased belly fat, all risk factors for heart disease and stroke. Excess sugar also accelerates a process called glycation, where sugar molecules bind to proteins and fats in your bloodstream, forming harmful compounds known as advanced glycation. End products, AGEs. These AGEs damage collagen and elastin, leading to premature skin aging, joint stiffness, and even the hardening of blood vessels, which contributes to hypertension. But the danger doesn't stop at your physical health. Sugar has a profound impact on mental clarity and emotional well-being. Frequent blood sugar spikes followed by sudden crashes can leave you feeling fatigued, irritable, and anxious. Studies have shown a strong link between high sugar intake and an increased risk of cognitive decline and dementia. Essentially, sugar doesn't just age your body, it ages your brain. One of the greatest challenges is that sugar is hidden in plain sight. It goes by over 50 different names on food labels: sucrose, maltose, dextrose, corn syrup solids, and of course, high fructose corn syrup. Even low-fat or healthy labeled foods often replace fat with added sugars to maintain flavor. For seniors striving to stay independent, vibrant, and mentally sharp, cutting back on refined sugar and HFCS is not just a dietary choice. It's a critical investment in quality of life. So, How do you reclaim control over your health in a world saturated with sugar? It starts by becoming a mindful consumer. Read labels carefully, and don't be fooled by marketing terms like natural, low-fat, or heart-healthy. These are often just distractions, hiding a sweet, dangerous secret. Whenever possible, satisfy your sweet tooth with nature's gifts, fresh fruits like berries, apples, or citrus, which provide natural sugars balanced with fiber and antioxidants. Swap out sugary beverages for water infused with slices of lemon or cucumber. And if you need a sugar substitute, try natural options like stevia, monk fruit, or a small amount of raw honey, but always in moderation. Remember, sugar's damage doesn't happen overnight, but it builds steadily, quietly wearing down your organs, disrupting your hormones, and clouding your mental clarity. By cutting it out today, you're giving your body the breathing room it needs to heal, repair, and thrive even well into your golden years. The sweetest victory isn't found in a candy bar or a slice of cake. It's found in waking up each morning feeling energized, clear-minded, and free from the chains of chronic disease. And that's a life truly worth savoring. Section 3. Industrial seed oils, the hidden enemy of your heart and mind. For decades, we were told that vegetable oils were the healthier alternative to animal fats. Doctors and dietitians praised them for being heart-healthy and low in saturated fat. But here's the uncomfortable truth: those golden bottles of canola oil, soybean oil, corn oil, and sunflower oil sitting on your kitchen counter may be some of the most damaging substances you can put into your body, especially as you age. These are known as industrial seed oils, and while their names sound harmless, even healthy, they are anything but. The problem lies in their exceptionally high content of omega-6 polyunsaturated fatty acids, PUFAs. While omega-6 fatty acids are technically essential in small amounts, the modern diet is overloaded with them. An ideal omega-6 to omega-3 ratio should be close to 4:1. Today, that ratio often exceeds 21:1, tipping the body into a constant state of chronic inflammation. And inflammation is no small matter for seniors. It's the hidden spark that ignites nearly every age-related disease: heart disease, arthritis, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, even certain cancers. When your diet is flooded with omega-6 fats from seed oils, your body's natural healing processes become overwhelmed. Instead of resolving inflammation, your immune system stays switched on, quietly damaging tissues and accelerating aging. Seed oils also contribute to the oxidation of LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol that forms dangerous plaques in your arteries. This process is directly linked to an increased risk of heart attacks and strokes. For seniors already struggling with high blood pressure or cholesterol issues, consuming these oils regularly is like adding fuel to a smoldering fire. But it doesn't end there. Studies have connected high consumption of industrial seed oils to cognitive decline and diseases like Alzheimer's. The human brain is made up of nearly 60% fat, and it requires high-quality, stable fats to function properly. When low-quality unstable fats like seed oils dominate the diet, they interfere with brain cell signaling, memory retention, and emotional stability. One of the most alarming facts is how these oils are produced. Unlike traditional fats like butter or olive oil, seed oils undergo intense industrial processing involving high heat, chemical solvents like hexane, and bleaching agents. This creates toxic byproducts called oxidized lipids and trans fats, which further poison the body at a cellular level. And if you think this only comes from cooking oils, think again. Seed oils are hidden in nearly every processed food packaged snacks, baked goods, salad dressings, margarine, and even healthy granola bars. They're cheap to produce, which makes them incredibly profitable for food manufacturers, but devastating for your health. For seniors focused on preserving heart health, protecting cognitive function, and reducing joint pain, eliminating these oils is one of the most impactful dietary changes you can make. So, what's the healthier path forward? First, remove industrial seed oils from your pantry entirely. Say goodbye to canola oil, soybean oil, corn oil, sunflower oil, and safflower oil. These may have been kitchen staples in the past, but now you know better. And when you know better, you can choose better. Replace them with stable, nourishing fats that have stood the test of time. Extra virgin olive oil, rich in powerful antioxidants, is a heart-healthy choice for salads and low-heat cooking. Coconut oil, despite being a saturated fat, remains stable at high temperatures and offers antimicrobial benefits. And don't shy away from traditional fats like grass-fed butter, ghee, and even animal fats such as lard or tallow from healthy sources. These provide the essential fatty acids and fat-soluble vitamins your body craves. By making this switch, you're not just improving your heart health, you're protecting your brain, supporting joint flexibility, and reducing painful inflammation throughout your body. You'll feel the difference in your energy, mental clarity, and even your mobility. Remember, the oils you choose don't just flavor your meals, they build the very cells of your body and brain. Choose wisely, and you can literally rebuild a healthier, stronger you, one meal at a time. Section 4. Artificial sweeteners, sweet poison in disguise. In the constant battle against weight gain and diabetes, many seniors have turned to artificial sweeteners as a guilt-free solution. After all, what could be safer than something labeled sugar-free or 0 calories? Unfortunately, this is one of the most dangerous health traps for older adults. Artificial sweeteners may promise sweetness without the consequences of sugar, but in reality, they come with their own hidden costs, many of which are far worse for your long-term health. The most common artificial sweeteners include aspartame, sucralose splenda, saccharin, and acetylsulfame potassium (ACE-K). These chemical compounds are found in thousands of products marketed as diabetic-friendly or weight loss aids, everything from diet sodas and sugar-free candies to low-calorie yogurts, protein bars, and even chewable vitamins targeted at seniors. While these sweeteners may not raise blood sugar levels directly, they wreak havoc on your gut microbiome, the delicate ecosystem of good bacteria that play a crucial role in digestion, immunity, and even mental health. When these bacteria are thrown out of balance, it leads to a condition called dysbiosis, which contributes to poor nutrient absorption, chronic inflammation, and a weakened immune system. For seniors, whose immunity is already naturally declining, this can open the door to frequent illnesses and slower recovery times. And it doesn't stop there. Studies have shown that artificial sweeteners can paradoxically increase sugar cravings and disrupt the body's natural insulin response, leading to greater insulin resistance over time. This means that even though you're not consuming sugar directly, you're still increasing your risk for type 2 diabetes, the very disease these sweeteners are marketed to prevent. Artificial sweeteners have also been linked to cognitive decline. Research indicates that long-term consumption may contribute to memory problems and increase the risk of developing conditions like Alzheimer's disease. Some studies even suggest a correlation between daily consumption of diet sodas and higher incidences of stroke and dementia. Perhaps most concerning is the emotional toll these sweeteners can take. Constantly manipulating the body's natural reward system with hyper-sweet, calorie-free chemicals creates a distorted relationship with food. You may find yourself feeling unsatisfied after meals, constantly searching for something sweeter, but never quite feeling content. Over time, this emotional roller coaster can contribute to mood disorders such as anxiety and depression, both of which are increasingly common among seniors. Ultimately, artificial sweeteners offer a false promise. They may temporarily satisfy a sweet craving, but they silently damage your gut, disrupt your hormones, cloud your thinking, and erode your emotional well-being. So, how do you reclaim a healthier relationship with sweetness without falling into this chemical trap? The first and most important step is awareness. Begin reading ingredient labels carefully. Products labeled diet, light, zero sugar, or diabetic friendly are often loaded with these harmful artificial sweeteners. Instead, turn back to nature for your sweetness. Fresh fruits, like berries, apples, and oranges can satisfy your cravings while providing essential vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants. If you need a sugar substitute, reach for natural options like stevia, monk fruit extract, or a small amount of raw honey or pure maple syrup, used mindfully and in moderation. And here's the best part: when you reduce or eliminate artificial sweeteners, you'll start to reset your taste buds. Over time, you'll find that natural sweetness becomes more satisfying, and those intense chemical flavors lose their appeal. You'll regain control over your appetite, experience more stable energy levels, and enjoy greater emotional balance. Remember, good health isn't about denying yourself pleasure. It's about choosing the kind of pleasure that nourishes your body, supports your mind, and brings long-term happiness. By saying no to artificial sweeteners today, you're saying yes to a clearer mind, a stronger immune system, and a healthier, more vibrant life tomorrow. Section 5. Processed meats, the hidden cancer and heart disease risk. For many seniors, processed meats like bacon, sausages, deli meats, and hot dogs have been long-standing staples of convenience and comfort. After all, they're quick to prepare, flavorful, and require little effort. But beneath that familiar taste lies a dangerous health reality, one that's quietly contributing to some of the most serious diseases affecting older adults today. Processed meats are defined as meats that have been preserved through curing, smoking, salting, or the addition of chemical preservatives. While these methods extend shelf life and enhance flavor, they also introduce harmful compounds into the body, compounds that are directly linked to cancer, heart disease, and premature aging. One of the biggest concerns with processed meats is the presence of sodium nitrite and sodium nitrate. These chemical preservatives are used to prevent bacterial growth and give meats their appealing pink color. However, when these preservatives are exposed to high heat during cooking, such as frying bacon or grilling sausages, they convert into dangerous compounds called nitrosamines, which are known carcinogens. Studies have directly linked nitrosamines to an increased risk of colorectal cancer, one of the most common and deadly cancers in seniors. But the damage doesn't stop at cancer risk. Processed meats are also notoriously high in sodium, contributing to high blood pressure, one of the most prevalent chronic conditions in older adults. High sodium intake forces the heart to work harder, damages blood vessels, and significantly raises the risk of heart attacks and strokes. These meats are also high in unhealthy saturated fats and low-quality proteins that provide little nutritional benefit. When consumed regularly, they contribute to obesity, worsen insulin resistance, and accelerate the onset of type 2 diabetes, a dangerous triad that increases the likelihood of cardiovascular complications and reduced mobility in later life. Perhaps most insidious is how processed meats are often marketed. Labels boasting natural, organic, or no added hormones can be misleading. Even these products frequently contain high levels of salt, unhealthy fats, and hidden chemical additives. And because these foods are so widely available and heavily marketed, many seniors consume them daily, unaware of the long-term risks. The good news: you don't have to completely give up the convenience of ready-to-eat proteins. The key is choosing healthier, minimally processed alternatives. Look for nitrate-free and preservative-free options made from grass-fed meats or organic poultry. Better yet, prepare simple, fresh meals at home using lean cuts of meat, fish, and plant-based proteins like beans and lentils. So, what's the final word on processed meats? Simply put, they offer convenience today but steal your health tomorrow. Every slice of deli meat, every breakfast sausage, and every hot dog cooked at high heat adds to a slow, cumulative burden on your body, raising cancer risks, damaging your heart, and shortening your healthy years. It's important to remember that aging doesn't have to mean accepting disease and decline. You have more control over your health than you think, and it starts with small, intentional choices at the grocery store and in your kitchen. Whenever possible, replace processed meats with fresh, whole food alternatives. Swap the bacon for a veggie-packed omelet. Replace deli meats with slices of grilled chicken breast or baked salmon, instead of processed sausages. Try a hearty lentil stew or a protein-rich salad with boiled eggs and nuts. By making these choices, you're not just avoiding harmful chemicals, you're actively nourishing your body, supporting heart health, reducing cancer risk, and giving yourself the best possible chance to enjoy vibrant, independent living well into your golden years. The taste of freedom, vitality, and good health far outweighs the fleeting flavor of processed meats. Choose wisely, your future self will thank you.